How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Your girl KC is here tonight. I just wanted to come on tonight. I felt a little bored. Um, it's 8:20. It's 8:50. I'm sorry, it's 8:55 tonight. Hey, how you doing? I just felt a little bored tonight, so I just wanted to just come and have a discussion with my subscribers here tonight about all this that been going on. I've been really like putting a lot of time ever since this Astro World thing happened. And I just been doing a lot of time researching and, finding out more and more what new updates might be coming up and want to share it here with you. And I know a lot of you are like, you're looking for things more for me to discuss about what's going on surrounding R. Kelly. Believe it or not, R. Kelly is in the music industry and we're fighting for his justice because we felt like a lot of things, the way things were handled with him, were not fair. The way they came so hard at R. Kelly, how they did this Surviving R. Kelly docu-series, and then after the docu-series, people were attacking R. Kelly, and Kelly was on attack for a long, very long time, even before it got to this point, where he's now been convicted of this Mann Act, RICO Act, whatever. So through all that time and everything, like people that were fans of Robert Sylvester Kelly, all of a sudden when these rumors started spreading and people started hearing about the rumors, and as generation to come, people kept it going. They just kept the nonsense going. Y'all gotta excuse me because my sister still hasn't finished moving things out of my house, and for some reason her dog is still here, so she's kind of groaning over there. So anyway, I'm not playing any music tonight because I notice when I'm playing music, it's not my video is being getting copyright strikes, so I'm trying to chill out or whatever. So now I'm just going to talk. Sweetheart, could you keep that noise down? I'm here doing a video. So anyway, so like I said, R. Kelly has been under attack for many, many years. From that situation that went on as far as with the infamous tape. And we all know that R. Kelly um, was acquitted on that trial for child, whatever. So I'm like saying, like, the whole thing with this Astro World, the whole thing that just like I'm looking at, I'm just saying, is there anything that I missed? Is there really anything that I missed? Like, I'm not a fan of this young man, Travis Scott. I'm not a fan of the Kardashians and none of that stuff. I really don't get too deep into the entertainment world. If I like an artist, I listen to that artist's music. I support that artist in their craft or whatever. I'm not really the type of person that really gets into all of that deep personal stuff that they like. I don't follow them when they come on and do their little reality shows. I'm also popping some popcorn back there. So y'all bear with me. So I'm just that type of person. So I've been so deep into this R. Kelly stuff, being that I am a supporter right now because he hasn't been out there performing or anything else like that. And if stories I feel like can relate, I can get into because of things that surrounding R. Kelly, I will follow up on those stories. I will keep up on those stories. Now this Astro World event that took place last Friday. Hey Sharice, how are you? I'm so glad you came into my chat. Thank you for coming in tonight with me and hanging out with me this night, this Friday night. So the thing that had happened and stuff with this Astro World thing, I'm hearing I'm hearing stories coming from all different places, and now how these families are grieving in the loss of their children that they lost in this, mass, destructive event. This overbooking this concert, like making 50,000 people join a season right now that we're going through as far as with pandemic. Because last year things were canceled and pushed back because of the COVID, because of the COVID and everything. So a lot of places and everything. Excuse me, I'm just going to move this to the side a little bit. Do another video. Okay. I'm doing one tonight, Sharice. So I'm listening to them. Please give me a minute. I got to go check on this popcorn. Hello, everyone. I'm back with my popcorn. So get ready for the show, okay? It feels so good. But anyway, like I was saying, I can't stop eating this. I like it when it just stop popping and it's nice and warm and crispy with butter on it and all that. But like I was saying about this Travis Scott thing, that this young man took partnership to do this concert with inviting 50,000 of his fans to attend. And the thing is that nobody was thinking about COVID, safety, public safety, and nobody was thinking about health. And these so-called security people that were hired to be out there to secure things, making sure that things run properly, weren't trained, wasn't given any training, wasn't given any kind of, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And how they were hired. These people were like hired right there on the spot, you would say, because if they were hired with a text message and paid through Cash App $17 an hour for this concert. $17 an hour was what they were getting paid. These people weren't like they went through any kind of background check. None of that. This is how unorganized and the recklessness and the negligence and all the other things you could say that was not done properly as planning an event for 50,000 people to attend. So I know a lot of people is like, oh, Travis Scott is a good performer. Some people like that stuff. Some people like to get, all that, be around all that excitement and all that drama and that rowdiness or whatever. And not everybody. Some people just probably wanted to come out because during COVID, people were being quarantined. I know that's right. Eat your snacks, right? I'm eating this popcorn, boy. I'm hungry. Hmm. People were quarantined for a long period of time. They haven't been out, and a lot of places wasn't happening or whatever. And people need that social time with one another. It's just something that people just need. So if you plan an event at this time, like now things are starting to have a soft opening or whatever. Things are opening up now, and people to get out more and socialize or whatever. Of course, 50,000 and more plus people were going to show up to this event. So what this company, Live Nation or whatever, what these promoters were doing, are they promoters? Let me look up Live Nation again. Come on, let me look it up. This parent company of Live Nation was doing is that whatever losses they had from the COVID season of last year of 2020 was what they wanted to make up for in 2021. And they want to rush ahead of things. Then they was like, this is going to be a great concert. A lot of people are going to buy tickets. People are going to show up. Of course, they predicted that to be right. But what they didn't think about was safety, priority. Even if 50,000 people you were looking for to come in and fill the stadium, I would say a stadium, okay, at this previous once owned as an amusement park where a whole lot of people go with their families and children, summertime, vacation time, to this huge amusement park or whatever, which was once Six Flags and Astro World took over and everything. So they had all these concerts booked. So Travis was supposed to have performed in 2020. You know how these contracts are with these entertainers and these performers and these artists or whatever. And whatever Travis lost from last year was what he was supposed to gain back and double that amount for 2021. Okay? And they was just only thinking about profit. Okay? That's all they was thinking about. They didn't think about safety. They didn't think about health. None of that. They was even telling people to bring their kids. Bring your children. As children can get in as long as they had an adult with them. And this is what I found out. I didn't know that before. Bring your kids to Astro World for Travis Scott. And it was supposed to be some more artists that were supposed to be there. It was supposed to be Drake as well. But we're going to get into that. Drake was smart. Drake found another way. He left Travis on his own. Drake was like, man, I'm going to do my thing. You do your thing. We meet up afterwards or whatever. I don't know what their conversation was about, but it seems like that. It was like that, went that kind of way for me. Because Drake took his ass to Dave and Buster's. Drake was doing his thing at Dave and Buster's, and I think it was some other people that were supposed to perform too that night. And they didn't show up. They didn't, agree with it. And see, this is what a lot of people don't know. It wasn't all about just this one performer. Even with R. Kelly, when R. Kelly do a concert, he's the last person to perform. Because the last concert I've been to with R. Kelly, I think the person that came out and performed, the first person I think it was Keisha Cole's. Um, it was some other people, another person who I don't really remember. I'm sorry about that. Forgive me for that. But I think Keisha Cole's was one of the first people who came out and performed. It was another girl. Oh my God, what's her name? But anyway, R. Kelly was the last person because he was the main ingredient to the show. Okay, and there were some Keisha Cole fans there as well, but he was the main ingredient. And most people that was going to come out was coming out to see him. You know, they were promoting they stuff, but R. Kelly was the last ingredient, and everything went well. You know, people came and they listened to the whole show because I like both. I like Keisha Cole's, I like R. Kelly, and I'm that other person, whoever she is. She was good, but she wasn't that good. I'm just gonna say her voice, whoever this place was, it just didn't carry well in this place. She just was. She didn't sound good at all. When R. Kelly come out, he ripped the show. Okay, now I'm just keeping it real because most people was there to see him. So whoever was at this concert, all these people came to this concert to Extra World, and there was other artists. And at that time, Drake didn't do it because Drake was like, I'm not risking 50,000 people. Okay? But out of greed, um, whatever Travis Scott was looking for to gain, he lost. Because once Drake pulled out, I would have pulled my ass out of that shit. I was like, you know what? Drake ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Show cannot go on. I'm just saying. What possessed him to even tell people to come, bring your children, and even if you ain't got the money to buy a ticket, you can get in for free. I'll get you in for free. And that means surge the place. You know, jump over fences, break through security, and all that. Or come be there for me. I got you. And this is exactly, hey, Nikki Purple. Hey, beautiful. And this is exactly what the conversation was. And this is what's happening. That's why they coming so hard at Travis. Because even, and this is why I also say they coming hard at Travis. With the security. What these security people are out here saying. The people that were supposed to be his security guards. And these supposedly not enough policing out there, not enough security out there, not enough medical technicians, and everything else. Why was that? And Travis was left on his own. Why was that? He's the only person on the stage performing with 50,000 people in COVID. Drugs, stay off the drugs. I keep telling people, you got to stay sober sometimes. Sometimes you can't get up every day and that just be your life. Smoking weed every day. Or getting some Percocets or whatever you do, or taking a shot of bourbon or whatever. At some point, when you know a big event is about to perform, you pray. You ask God for his direction. You ask God to give you some kind of sign. You don't just go on your own understanding with things. You see people pulling out, you're going to be the only one there. 50,000 people. COVID. Okay? COVID. You should have went to church the week before that. The week before that. You should have been somewhere on your knees. And search my heart, God. If there's anything in me that shouldn't be, please remove it. Or show me your face, Lord. You should have prayed. Got away from everybody, everything. Got away from the bourbon, got away from the Percocets, got away from the marijuana, the blunts, whatever the hell you do, the fentanyl, or whatever. And you should have prayed. Because you taking your life out there to perform for 50,000 people. You know when it says what? We need to pray more. And we do. Because because wherever you going, you on a crossroad, you are there between good and evil. Good and evil. You should always allow God to be the head of your life. Now, half of them people that saw God show up because they got out and what they have been through, that experience, are now trying to draw closer to God. God is real, and so is the devil. The devil is real too. These people didn't know they were signing a contract for the devil, signing a life to hell. When they bought that ticket to see this performance of Travis Scott or whoever they came to see. And everybody said, but you can't blame Travis Scott for everything, but he's the only fool that was out there. He's the only person who put himself on that stage and doing all that performing while lives was dropping down to hell. Okay? I mean, people were having heart attacks, suffocating, getting stomped on. And he's known. You gotta excuse me for eating this popcorn because sure enough it's good. I've been doing this in a long time. That sacrifice himself to do this. That's where you gotta go deep. I mean, way down in the water. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just gotta get deep. Ain't no way. Anyhow, I'm the only person gonna be performing for 50,000 people, and I have no connection to God. Ain't no way. And I know how stupid people can be. I mean, haven't he learned from those other previous concerts from his past? Getting on the stage, reciting violence, inciting violence, telling people to jump off a balcony, telling people to bombard the place and come in and break in and don't pay for a ticket, telling people to beat up one of the fans that stole his shoe. If he could do all that, he could have been able to stop that mic. I mean, shut up. He could have been able to say, look, you sitting 20 feet high, the highest person there. And you mean to tell me you seen all these police cars and flashlights and lights going on? Maybe I don't care. Don't tell me nothing about no damn lights. Because a girl and another man, Avon or whatever the hell their names was. Hey Tanya, got up there, tried to even tell the camera, the man that was filming, the cameraman, people are dying out there, stop the show. Her name was, I forgot the name. I know the guy's name was Aiden. Her and another gentleman was both there saying people are dying out there. People are being suffocated. People are being trampled on. People fell out. People are on the floor. This girl went, and I swear to you not, I saw the video. No lie. The girl got up there and said, look, people dying out there. Please stop the show. Please, one of those that was sitting up in the VIP, stop the show. Stop the show. But the cameraman told them, no, right now I'm doing live. I'm live. I can't stop the show. But the thing that really baffles me, I mean, that I'm really like, how did Travis get out there? How did Travis make it out safely? You ever think about that? With all these other people's lives being smothered and being hurt and harmed, but he still got out safely. And so, and from what I understand, Kylie, whatever the hell her damn name is, I don't know them damn people, but she was sitting there filming the show and made it out safely. And she left before the show even ended. So she could have texted him, or she should have got up there on the stage pregnant in the motherfucking all, okay? And said, please, honey, stop the show. There's people out there being hurt. Check to see if there's people out there being hurt, harmed, or people out there being injured, or whatever. What he didn't see, she could have saw it. She was his other pair of eyes. That's her man. That's who her heart belongs to. That's where her heart is and everything else. And she care about him. So she could have been the one to stop the show. Now they want to sit up there offering these people their prayers and they condolences and they sympathy and all this other stuff. People don't want to hear that. Like I said before, maybe your kids don't mean nothing to you. But if you hear the stories of these people that lost their loved ones, their children meant a lot to them. And yes, they wanted their kids to go out and see the world and enjoy life and go to a concert. You can't stop them. They have big dreams. You know, they want them to experience life and get out there. But nobody wants to want their children to die young. The worst nightmare for a parent is to bury their children. Because they mostly look for their children to bury them. The worst nightmare for a parent Whether your children been unruly children or broke laws, murdered people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The last thing a parent want to do is to bury their young. No parent want to live through that nightmare. No parent want to live through that pain. No parent. Whether their children signed their contract to go to this man's concert who's known and his reputation is known to be violence, to incite violence, and to break laws and to break rules. No parent wants, because see, even I could say I was wrong for saying some things when I said, you look at some of my previous videos, like, he shouldn't be responsible for all those deaths. In some way, Travis have to be held accountable because he was who was the man on the stage and high above to see all that was going on around him, and to not even protect himself with not even having enough security. That was foolish. That was being very, to me, even though you got money and fame and all this other stuff, you should have been looking out for the best interest of your fans. Like, look, y'all, I know they saying 50,000 people, educate them about safety and health. I want to come out there and I want to give y'all my all, my best and everything. We ain't going to do like we usually do because I don't want nobody to get harmed or hurt, and I want to make sure y'all safe. And being that I'm a dad now and I got a little girl and I got another one on the way, I don't want to be having that burden on my heart. I don't want that on me. Because I know, if you really had any human feelings or compassion in you, you prevent things before they happen. And at least tell people what they're risking to do to themselves. So somebody will have the sense enough to know, like, Travis, we really love you for that, man. We really love you for that, man. They really love you when you come out and you just tell the truth. And telling people you couldn't stop the concert because of those people. Those people wasn't the people out there on that damn stage. You were. And I tell people, you got to protect your brand. You have to. Your signature on something. You out there performing. I said it yesterday about being the person in the company and everybody see your face. They don't see these people's face. They see your face. And you have to protect yourself. Cross every T and dot every damn I. How much security going to be out there? Were they trained? Did you do any background check? Before I go out there on the stage, I want to make sure these motherfuckers are trained. So come me and kill me. They know what to do. You didn't even think about that. Or in case I pass out on the stage or whatever, I had got a little too high. If I'm going to get some emergency technician to come and save my life, are they certified? Are they trained in, reviving, doing whatever they got to do to save me? And if that's what I want for myself, that's what I want for somebody else out there too. Get what I'm saying? If you care about a person, you sitting up there talking about you apologizing, you love your fans and you care about your fans, that's a bunch of hogwash. I don't believe that stuff, because if you loved and cared about your fan, you could have prevented some of these deaths. You could have prevented some of these people that's laying up now. It's 200 and something people. See, they didn't report everything. These 8, 9 people died. One child is still, the youngest child from this concert is still hanging on to his life, on life support. They say induced coma. But see, right now, people are dead, but they're not going to pronounce they dead now because, the funeral homes are so damn backed up right now. So the hospital is holding some bodies that are on life support. Get what I'm saying? That girl that finally her family had to pull her, take her off of life support yesterday, Barty Shahani, that student that went to school at AM in Texas, that the graduate, and she was studying in engineering. I don't know what her engineering could have been in. That's why probably she and her cousins and friends went to be in this concert. Because a lot of people didn't really come to see Travis. Some people came for the experience. Some people came for their study and what they're going to be out there doing, and they need to learn about what to do in their, you know, in their work that they're choosing their careers to be in. So some people come to find about engineering, is engineering can be in anything that things all work together to come together. Engineering, it's a very, you know, like Sharon says, she's a nutritionist, whatever. She does a lot of other things included in that. But I'm just saying, for engineering could be in any other kind of field. It could be in engineering and technology, engineering and learning about, how to, do certain things to work to make it right, to see how secure, all kind of other stuff. Like what she came to see as this performer, engineering in that. Engineering can be in anything. Engineering can be working on a car or the engine or whatever, on cars, whatever. Technology, it goes all kind of ways in engineering. Just like law, you got law for all kind of things: criminal, civil, state, federal, you name it. They got laws for insurance. Lawyers that deal with certain kind of other things other than just criminal law, civil law, lawyers for accidental death, and everybody's in a different field or whatever. But I don't care get so deep, 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 deep in all of that stuff. But I'm just saying, like, everybody wasn't probably there for. Some people there for a study, just for a study. They didn't come for the music. They didn't, and they could come for the music to study the music. You understand what I'm saying? So it could go all kind of ways. Most of the people that were in this at this event were students, and that was their passion. I saw a movie a long time ago about. It's called Almost Famous, and it's this young boy who's an inspiring. He wants to be an inspiring writer for Rolling Stone magazines to write about this band, and he wanted to make his big break, whatever. And he broke away from home and everything, and went on this tour with the band to interview the band, to do interviews and all this other stuff. And he was about, at the time, the kid could have been about 16 years old. He was about 16. He wasn't quite 7. He wasn't legal yet. His mother was concerned about all of that. But he had to do this because this was his passion. This is what he was studying. This is what he wanted to do. So he went to follow this band and study them. And the person he was really trying to get the interview with was the big lead guy of the band. But in the meanwhile, while he was there, he saw a lot of things going on, and he fell in love with one of the girls that was a groupie that was with the big lead singer. Hey, nobodies. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, love. Thank you. But I'm just saying, like some of a lot of the young people that did attend, and I got to apologize for that because I was saying some things and I didn't go as far as I can to see more about what went on with this Astro World. But a lot of those young people that died were students, and they had something. They were there for some reason, for or the other. They probably studied the music that Travis is promoting out there, or to study what it's like to be at a concert and the behavior of people at concerts and da 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 da. Just like people came to study Barbara Sylvester Kelly. Some people were there, the interns and all this other stuff for their passion, for their dreams or whatever. Some people study in music, some people study just the artist. Some people want to study the behavior of people at concerts or whatever, how they can use this in their work or whatever. So some of these people that died there, like I said, these children, young people, college students and all, that last girl, Bahati, and she's the one who stuck with me the most when I heard the story of her family telling her story and everything like that. Because I believe Bahati was dead before they even got her to the hospital. But they put her on life support because, like I said, funeral homes are backed up. People don't have the money right now to really bury their loved ones. They probably have the insurance to cover her the course of her death, and things like that. Some people don't got money to bury their loved ones. So these people are sitting on life support and they waiting, they looking for answers, they looking for some kind of way to be compensated for the death of their child or for whatever, whatever, whatever. But they say the little boy is in an induced coma. And I don't want to really say he's dead, but I just know one thing: when somebody is in an induced coma, what would you think? And I'm just, and I may be wrong, but when they tell me the person been in an induced coma for a certain amount of time, and they keeping them on life support, the family got to make some decisions. With Bahati, she was already announced brain dead, and once the brain is dead, they're gone. The machine is just keeping them alive, but they're gone. And I believe the young lady was already gone even when she got to the hospital, but the family was making arrangements, and the family was probably just like really like, no, they wanted to keep her alive for a little long while, they wanted to just keep her on that support. We remember what's her name went through. She was like a corpse already. Whitney Houston daughter. She was brain dead. And they still had her on life support for weeks. Weeks. Because it was that hard for people to pull the plug, to let go. They're gone. They didn't announce this little boy's death yet because the father, I'm sure he feels so much responsible for all of this because he should have never took that little boy to that concert. Okay? Should have never. This man recites violence. This man is not a good role model for children whatsoever. Why would you take your child there? Of all places, instead of taking him somewhere else to a movie or to see his favorite superhero or something like that, why to a freaking Travis Scott concert? To be trampled on and to be smothered and to be crushed and to be suffocated, just think about it, people. It's sad. We have to do better, America. And the children mostly lost in this tragedy were probably the first generation of their families that came all the way from another place in the world. to America just to have a better life. And they wanted to give a better life to their children. Look at the victims. Most of these children weren't from their parents, I'm sorry, weren't born American, that went wild and they got caught in this death trap. Look at the victims. Most of them were Asian children, Arabic children. You think they want their children to die in America for a damn thugged out concert? You think that's what they came and left behind from where they came from to come to America for to have their children follow this kind of culture in America? Oh, I don't think so. They came here for bigger and better dreams, for their children to be leaders of the nation, to be our doctors, our lawyers, our engineers, visionaries, pioneers, whatever the hell they dreams were to come to America to be. You think Travis Scott, the money that he's offering them, it's going to do some kind of give them some grievance and everything, but that wasn't their value on a dot. Their values was on their children. Those apologies that Travis is saying and coming to funeral. If I was Travis, I wouldn't go to no goddamn funeral right now. Because see, these people are different from us. See, in a country, it means a life for a life. You killed their children. You killed their children. And in their country and in what they believe in is totally different than what we believe in. That apology shit and that crying shit don't mean a goddamn thing to them. What they want is your life. A life for a life. I was watching some YouTube video, and I don't know what this person did in that country to hurt some family member or did whatever, but they took that man out there, and I mean, they slowly but surely killed him. Brains and blew his brains out. And then still when his brains was blown, everybody was just taking a gun and just blowing his brains out. Man was already dead and they were still shooting him and killing him. See, you don't see, we American people preach the word of God, and we supposed to be built on this godly nation and freedom is and all this love for brotherhood and constant. These people ain't playing for the life of their children. That what they went through in their country to come here to give them a better life. Look at those victims, the people that died. The only one that, and this little boy or whatever, if I do anything, he better do every goddamn thing virtual or send his PR or whoever in there to sort for him. He better not show his face because these people are not playing. Think I'm talking? Let me show you a video. If y'all think I'm bullshitting about this whole shit, yeah, I said, well, why you keep going on about all of this? Why don't you talk about something else? Okay, somebody said that 9-year-old is African American. Okay, thank you for that information. But the rest of those children that died are not African American. And I'm going to show you. I wish I was able to. Why are they going so hard on this every day? They don't know these other people. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. They don't know these other people. I'm going to show you something. My phone is kind of low, y'all. To Allah we belong, and to Him we return. We lost our brother. We're grieving for all the families that lost their loved ones. People that took part in this event, Travis Scott's team, the NRG team, everybody who was associated with this should be held accountable for the lives that were lost today. And the day of, we're grieving, we're in pain. We want you guys to know our brother was the most amazing person ever to us, the closest thing. He took care of my father, my brother, my mother's over there. He died saving his fiance. He died trying to save his love of his life. We're all in pain. We all want you guys to empathize, pray for our family. We all want you guys to pray for the people that lost their kids. Okay, I just wanted to just show y'all bits and pieces of that. If y'all think I'm lying, y'all can go see some more. And the reason I'm saying this is because we Americans don't know what these people been through to want to leave their native land and their countries to come here for a better life for their family. They didn't think about dreams of dying and their children dying at a rap concert. See, some of us ain't never been nowhere but else but in America to understand that stuff. We stay in our own little American wild and crazy culture. And these people are all about trying to build their make a better way for their children so their children can help and do what they got to do to represent for their people over there to help their people one day, to make them rulers and leaders. Notice when you go into every hood, every ghetto, you see them there running business. They got open the little hair stores and things like fried chicken, little places and stuff, food, little places, little stores, little bodegas, whatever. And where we at? Go ahead and praise your icons. Go ahead and protect these kind of people that they doing nothing to make it great for America. And ain't making it great for your community and ain't making it great for your children or anything else like that. Go ahead and praise these people like Travis Scott. Not talking about R. Kelly now. He's a totally different topic now for me because his music has always been about bettering his own people, even from where he came from, and staying there with them to help them with the resources. People calling him all kind of names and they trashed him and his own people. But R. Kelly was bringing in so much resources, so much good information and knowledge and everything about us and relationships. And it was a lot for him. And he was even paying for people to go back to school, get their education. Even if he didn't have it for himself, he still was there willing to help others. People were just so cruel to him of his kindness, taking his kindness for weakness and taking his kindness for taking advantage of his kindness. These lying little skanks that came around and lied and said he was molesting them and doing all this, that, and doing all of that, this, that, the other. And they lied about their age. They lied to lawyers and attorneys to come at him with lawsuits and tear him apart and throw him in jail and gave him this bogus trial and did all these evil, cruel things. But Travis is going to pay a whole lot more because, see, this should open people's eyes who they praise and who they tear down and who they try to destroy. Throw the good ones in jail and keep the real criminals out here doing what they doing. Because that was criminal. That was criminal. What Travis Scott did, that was criminal. He didn't even check to see if everybody was all right out there. You know how somebody would stop in the crowd and say, and they know something is going on, and they say, y'all all right out there? Let me know, talk to me. You know, you interact with your fans. And R. Kelly did that a lot. He did a lot of interacting with his fans, and he never incited violence or nobody to be disrespected with his music. Or not. He never incited that. What he did behind scene is one thing, but what he did when he came up and performed in front of his fans and everything, he showed nothing but love and respect. And that kind of energy got around, that all that got around in the atmosphere. When you come with this kind of energy, that's the kind of energy, that's the kind of people you draw attention to. Some people were trying to leave and couldn't get out. Before it got so crazy and wild the way they started seeing people piling up in it, some people were trying to leave, and as they were trying to leave, kept getting pushed back in. That's how powerful that devil was out there that day. I've been talking about this a lot because I want to get something into these young people. Oh, it's a black man thing. He ain't married to no black woman. He ain't having no babies with no black. He don't even date black women, Holly. You know, I don't think he do. Travis Scott, he with the Kardashians. And they getting ready to just throw him away because one thing about Kardashians, they gonna protect their brand. Those women, those Kardashian women, attractive family, but they some real Jezebels. Mm. And they gonna be looking for Kylie a new baby daddy. Because these people gonna come and squeeze him like toothpaste. And not only squeeze him like toothpaste, they are going to see that he paid for the lives of their children and their loved ones. Oh, he gonna get he what he did was criminal. Because Drake pulled out. Drake didn't get up there on that stage with him. Drake went to Drake and to Dave and Buster's. Something more small and little low key. He didn't get up there and do that wild out shit what Travis was doing. Mm. That's why I said yesterday, was he set up? Because you got up on that stage. Drake didn't get up on that stage, and all the other ones that was supposed to. That's the only one I know that was supposed to be on the stage with you, but performing as well. But he didn't do it. He didn't do it, and there must be a reason why he didn't do it. But you still went out there, Travis Scott, and you did it. And now it all falls on you. If somebody puts, oh, yo, Drake ain't coming out here. I ain't doing all this by myself now. What's up with that? See, this is what happens when you smoking so much blunts and you getting high every day and you get up every day taking a shot of bourbon. You're not really healthily taking care of yourself. You're not mentally and spiritually taking care of yourself. This is all you do from the day in and day out is drink, party, get high, drunk, screw, bang this one, go on this one, making babies without marriage and all that bad behavior, bad character, bad conduct. Instead of trying to stay sober or just get up in the morning and sometimes be like, I got to go to this PR class or class to learn more about public relations or a class to learn more about certain things that could fit in that you can do to add more into building your character into the public and everything else like that and taking a class. All that damn money you got, you could afford a class to learn how to better yourself. Instead of spending money on booze and women and partying and out here banging up women and having, well, those Kardashians and stuff, that's how they live. But if they see some trouble that go on, they drop you like yesterday mashed potatoes or whatever. I'm just gonna say it like that. That's how they roll. They gonna protect their brand. They are through with you, and they're gonna start slowly but surely distancing their way away from you because they don't want this shit on them. They don't want this kind of life on them and they name the Kardashians. They got a whole lot of other shit going on, but you know what? That they don't want, Mr. Scott. I'm just putting it out there. But anyway, y'all, thank you for all coming into my live tonight. Just think about what I'm saying and everything, because I'm really getting tired. That popcorn and everything hit the spot. I'm tired. I'm gonna get ready to go to my bed. And if God's willing, I will try to make it back on here tomorrow. So you all be safe. Love you. Peace.